Dallas.
I can't stand Dallas.
Dallas. That's for Will. Will, we love you.
Can't stand Dallas.
We're not
you know
Dallas
something?
fans.
Hold up. Yo, where's all my Dallas doggies calling me? I don't hear nobody hollering at me
Nobody
now.
from Dallas called
No,
you?
none of my. Yo, I got a friend.
None of those big oil guys.
I got
you?
a friend in Florida. He gleeps me on my two-way radio from Florida whenever Dallas is on. Every time I try to key him up, user not available, busy. Doot, doot, doot. See, that's how you Dallas fans are.
Because he's got a 10-gallon hat on his.
Yes, man.
4-gallon head.
Hey.
He's got a couple of gallons to go. But it was both games were pretty good. I mean, you know, there was. I mean, something could be said about Latainian not participating more than he did. Yeah, not participating more than what he did. I mean, if you're gonna sit in the sidelines and you're fully dressed, I mean, if you can't play, then you
put on the civvies.
Put on your civvies. But I mean, you're at the game. I mean, how bad was that knee? It must have been pretty bad for him not to play.
You know, it had to be a situation where the knee was in such a he couldn't cut, he couldn't run, you know, he couldn't push off, he wasn't his regular self, and he just gave up. I mean, man, let me go out there dragging something, man. Yo, you're in the championship game. This is one game away from the big dance, man. Yeah. Give it all you got. Carry me off the field on the stretcher.
And all I got to say is, for the people who, you know, who were upset when Eli said he wanted to play for the Giants and they made the deal and they sent Rivers over to San Diego, is, how do you like him now? How do you like him now?
Let's take into perspective.
A lot of people don't like Eli. I just don't understand this.
Hold it. Let's take into what you just said. He wanted to come to New York.
Yeah, he wanted
How
to come
many
here.
ball players want to come to New York
and deal with the pressure?
And deal with the pressure, right? You know, and in some cases, well, on some levels, ball players want to come to New York sometimes at the end of their career, and you know, and close it out. You know, we don't get them in their prime. Right now, we got
Eli. I mean, since the beginning. I mean, and that says a lot for him. You know, I mean, he wanted to come here. There was a lot of pressure. I mean, Tiki Barber lambasted him before the season starting, saying that he didn't have no heart. And I mean, so listen, he's got the team all the way. And I'll be one of the first ones to tell you, I'm not fond of the Giant coach.
Coughlin?
I'm not fond of him at all. But, you know, the teams obviously responded to him. You know, Eli's come around, and the game I think that made the difference was the game against the Patriots.
You feel so?
Yeah.
You feel that was his coming out party?
I just think that, you know, I mean, he played against the best there. He didn't do that bad. He says, you know, this can't be as hard as everybody else is saying.
That's right. That's right. I also took away from that game, that was a playoff test right there. Yeah. That was when you really look at it, that was an unofficial playoff game because you're playing the best of the best.
Yeah. And the Giants could have laid down because
they could have sat a whole bunch of people and not even give two boop about the game.
Yeah.
Now, the Giants, you got to tip your hat to Reese. He's the one who got Bradshaw, right? He's also the one who gave Tuck some money. They signed Tuck, 91. Oh, man,
he's
awesome.
a monster.
Right? He signed Kiwanuka as a free agent, right? And there's only 2 holdovers from the Super Bowl team that played against Baltimore, and that is Strahan and Tuma. The only 2 left. So
Pierce didn't play on that team?
No.
Okay.
Remember, he was at Washington. I believe Pierce was at Washington prior to him coming to the Giants. But look at that, folks. The Giants lost that game. So guess what? Strahan and Tuma are going to be in those guys' ears the whole time to let them know what it's like to lose, because they're going to will that team to win. And like I said before the playoff run came, even if you guys was watching those sports games on TV and watching those commentators from Fox, ESPN, and CBS, they were betting against the Giants. I'm going down with the ship. I've been on this bus for a long time.
So you're going with Giants?
Yeah.
You're going Giants? Now, I got to stay with my thing that I said in the beginning. I said that New England would go all the way.
Okay.
I said that New England would go all the way to the Super Bowl undefeated. I mean, untarnished, nothing. So I mean, my pick is New England. And if you're any kind of better, you know, you'd have to take them.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know about this spread, about 14, 13 points, you know, because the Giants played them pretty well. So I think the Giants have a shot, and I'll be rooting for the Giants. I mean, come the Super Bowl Sunday.
That's understandable. Yes, Bear.
I'm going to be rooting. I mean, I'm a New Yorker. I'm not going to be rooting for New England, but
if you were doing the picks, you know.
But if you ask me a logical pick, the logical pick is to pick New England. Okay. But I know you've been going for the Giants all the year, and you're going to stay with the Giants.
That's right. That's right.
And they're the underdog team, and you know, I mean.
There's no need. Y'all know how that shit goes.
I tell Teddy, I'm right along with him. I think New England's going to win it all. But I mean, I think that
Carrie, I'm with you because we're the underdogs, and we're going to take them out.
So so Carrie, you got him, and Teddy's got me. And,
that's right.
But I'm thrilled that the Giants won. I mean,
look,
it was a great game. It was a great game, and now Brett Favre, will he come back next year?
My opinion is that he doesn't want to be known as his last pass as a pro ball player was a pickoff.
Was a pickoff. So you think he'll be back?
Yeah. He was having too much fun with this group. It's a good young group, a good nucleus. They have a quarterback who was a #1 pick who's been sitting on the pine behind Brett Favre. Right? Now, when you think about it, that's good for this kid. Because when Favre goes, he'll be able to take over. And he would have been groomed, and everybody knows the familiarity of the offense. They're also in contract negotiations with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers to give him an extension.
Okay.
So he should get one.
And Tony Dungy's coming back because we.
All right, hooray for Tony Dungy.
We heard that today. That Tony Dungy will be back with Indianapolis again next year, and
the defensive coordinator for the Giants has a possibility of being interviewed for 2 head coaching jobs, one at Atlanta and the other one at Washington. But you can't talk to him until after the Super Bowl. That's standard protocol.
And one of the Harbaugh.
Yes, one of the family managers. Yes,
was hired for the coaching job in
Baltimore.
He'll be coaching the Ravens.
Yes, that's Jim Harbaugh's brother.
Right.
Who's now is he still coaching at Stanford?
Yeah, he's coaching.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, and the ironic thing about this Harbaugh is that all his 20-something years of being a coach, he did nothing but special teams and stuff like that.
So he's first head coaching job.
First head coaching, you know.
He deserves a shot.
He deserves a shot. Yeah, you never know. You can catch lightning in a bottle. Hey, where have I heard that before? For the playoff run. Huh, Bear? Catch lightning in a bottle, baby. And, what were we talking about before? 4 wild card teams have won the Super Bowl from the wild card slot.
Yeah, but all of them AFC teams.
That's right.
It started with
Oakland,
the Raiders. Then after the Raiders,
I think we had Denver. Do we have Denver? Go ahead, run it off your head because you have a steel trap memory.
Denver.
Me, I've just got a steel trap.
Then after Denver, it was.
Then we had Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
was in there.
As a matter of fact, no. It was Denver and then Baltimore, and then Pittsburgh, who won the Super Bowl a couple years back.
That's right. 2005, it was Pittsburgh. 2000, it was Baltimore. 1997, it was Denver. And in 1980, it was Oakland, the first team to get a Super Bowl from the wild card slot.
And that's the chronological order, but backwards.
Yes, but backwards. And the Giants are the first wild card team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.